Scientists have developed new methods to help authorities and other detectives catch liars in the act. Research has regularly revealed that people's capability to spot lies is no more precise than chance or flipping a coin. This finding holds across all kinds of people: students, psychologists, judges, job recruiters, and police personnel. Personality and Social Psychology Evaluation, 2006. Particularly when investigating criminal offense, the need for precise deceptiveness detection is critical for law enforcement officers who must get bad guys off the streets without apprehending innocent suspects. Traditional cop practices in deceptiveness detection originate from early theories on lying that assume phonies will show stress-based cues because they fear being caught and feel guilty about lying. This idea led scientists to look for dependable behavioral signs of deceptiveness. They analyzed behaviors just like posture shifts, gaze aversion, and foot and hand movements without much success. "There truly is no Pinocchio's nose," says Judy Burgoon, Ph.D., a teacher of communication at the University of Arizona. Given these early findings, today's researchers are checking out new techniques of deception detection. Instead of looking at people for visual cues that they might be dissembling, just like an absence of eye contact or fidgeting, psychologists are now concentrated on developing proactive methods that recruiters can use to elicit indications of deception, says Maria Hartwig, Ph.D., Associate Professor of Psychology at John Jay College of Crook Justice. The view now is that the interaction between deceiver and observer is a strategic interplay, she says. Such research has huge potential to revolutionize police, military, and economic sector examinations, says Christian Meissner, Ph.D., a teacher of psychology at Iowa State University, who studies the psychological procedures underlying investigative interviews. Questions and hints. "Phonies have an issue," says Ray Bull, Ph.D., a professor of criminal investigation at the University of Derby in the UK. "They have to make up a story to represent the time of misdeed, but they can't be sure what proof the recruiter has against them." Both Bull and Hartwig conduct research on criminal investigative interview techniques that motivate interviewees to talk while recruiters gradually reveal evidence. Their research consistently shows that being strategic about exposing evidence of criminal acts to suspects increases deceptiveness detection precision rates above chance levels. Journal of Investigative Psychology and Wrongdoer Profiling, 2011. Law and Human Conduct, 2006. For instance, Hartwig and colleagues performed a series of research studies to show that keeping evidence till late in the interview leaves room for guilty suspects to blatantly lie, for example, by rejecting being in the location of the crime. When the recruiter reveals proof showing the suspect was there, just like security video footage, the suspect needs to scramble to make up another lie or tell the truth. The suspect may admit being in the area but still deny the criminal activity. If the interviewer then presents more evidence, like matching fingerprints from the criminal activity scene, the liar will find it progressively harder to maintain the deceptiveness. Aldert Vrij, Ph.D., a professor of social psychology at the University of Portsmouth in the United Kingdom, also focuses his research on using strategies to outmaneuver liars. "Liars are doing more than telling their stories. They need to make a convincing impression," he says. "If the recruiter makes the interview more difficult, it makes the already uphill struggle of lying even harder." Another way to make lying harder is to increase interviewees' cognitive load by, for example, asking to tell their stories in reverse order. Truth-tellers can depend on their memories to tell their story back, often including more specifics, but phonies tend to struggle. Research shows that liars also typically provide fewer details about time, location, and things they heard. They also speak more gradually, with more hesitations and grammatical errors. Law and Human Conduct, 2008. Encouraging interviewees to say more throughout their interviews also helps to identify phonies. "Truth-tellers don't instantly say every little thing they need to say, so when the recruiter encourages them to say more, they give additional info," says Vrij. "Liars normally have a ready story with a bit more to say. They might not have the imagination to come up with more, or they may hesitate to say more for fear they will get caught. It's particularly helpful to ask unforeseen questions in interviews, Vrij has found.
to keep listening to this audiobook. I've left you a link in the description so you can do it at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.